We made it through the first week. We made it through the first week.
We made it through the first week. So I'm a believer that you can always give more and that we should regularly donate. With that said, my fifth favorite thing about Ramadan is that it's a month of giving. As we mentioned before, Ramadan is a time to self-reflect and change up our actions. Part of that is to do more. Islam teaches us that charity never decreases wealth. Yes, of course your bank account may look like it's gone down, good luck, but it helps a person acknowledge that everything comes from God on loan and that we don't really own anything ourselves. And since we can't really take anything with us when we die, we shouldn't really need to cling to it here. In fact, charity is so valuable that the third pillar of Islam is zakah. For those of you who don't know, zakah is not charitable gifts given out of kindness or generosity, but a systematic or mandatory giving of 2.5% of all savings each year to the poor. Think of it kind of like a tax benefit to those less fortunate. And just like wudu purifies our body before prayer, zakah purifies our possessions. Now, while zakah is mandatory if you have the financial means, Islam encourages us to keep giving sadaqah. And those can be in the form of money to support causes around the world, knowledge. You might be educating the next Bill Gates or Albert Einstein. Think of the impact that might have on the world. Blood. In my eyes, it's the most precious gift because you're literally giving a part of yourself. Time, our most sacred treasure. Volunteer with charities, fundraisers, food banks, and masajid to help someone break their fast. There's a hadith that says, whoever gives iftar to one who is fasting will have a reward like his, without that detracting from the reward of the fasting person in the slightest. Now, personally, my favorite form of charity is sadaqah jariyah, which are charities that carry on even after your death. Some examples include building schools, building masajid, building wells for those less fortunate, sponsoring a child, and if you can't do any of the above, smile. In Islam, that's a form of charity as well. No matter how much we have as human beings, we tend to focus on what we don't have. But when we look at those who have less, our hardships seem small and manageable. And on that note, I will leave you with a couple self-reflecting questions. When was the last time you gave back? And did you feel like it made a difference in someone's life? I hope you all learned something new and continue to give back. Stay tuned for the next episode, which will be on May 16th.